Former South African President Jacob Zuma's political party is trying to block Parliament's first sitting since last month's election. Umkhonto we Sizwe, or MK, said on Tuesday it had filed an application to that effect in the Constitutional Court. South Africa's newly elected National Assembly is due to convene on Friday for the swearing-in of lawmakers and the elections of its Speaker and Deputy Speaker, as well as the country's President. But MK, which came a surprisingly strong third in the May 29th election, has alleged vote rigging took place and threatened to boycott Parliament. The Independent Electoral Commission and other parties have said the election was free and fair. South Africa also does not have a history of significant voter fraud. The election saw the African National Congress, Zuma's long-time political home, lose its parliamentary majority for the first time since it came to power at the end of apartheid 3 decades ago. The ANC is now negotiating with a broad range of potential partners as it tries to set up a government of national unity. But Zuma, who was forced to quit as president in 2018 after a series of scandals, openly loathes his successor Cyril Ramaphosa, who is expected to remain as president. Zuma has said MK will not work with the ANC of Ramaphosa. The International Criminal Court's chief prosecutor is urgently investigating allegations of war crimes and crimes against humanity in Sudan's Al-Fasher. The Darfur city has become a new front in the conflict between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. On Tuesday, Karim Khan called for anyone with possible evidence, including audio and visual material, to submit it to his office.
The evidence my office has collected to date seems to show credible, repeated, expanding, continuous allegations of attacks against the civilian population, in particular, attacks directed against camps for internally displaced persons. It seems to show the widespread, prevalent use of rape and other forms of sexual violence. It seems to disclose consistently the shelling of civilian areas, the looting of properties, and attacks against hospitals. I am particularly concerned by the ethnically motivated nature of these attacks against the Masalit and other communities.
Al-Fasher is home to more than 1.8 million residents and displaced people. But some 130,000 have fled their homes there, according to the United Nations, as a result of fighting in April and May. On Sunday, medical NGO Doctors Without Borders said Al-Fasher's main hospital had been attacked by the RSF and put out of service. The RSF, which did not respond to a request for comment, has taken over the capital Khartoum and much of Western Sudan. The 14-month-old war has created the world's largest displacement crisis, and at the end of May, UN agencies warned of an imminent risk of famine. 18 million people were acutely hungry, they said, including 3.6 million children who were severely malnourished. No formal declaration has been made, but on Tuesday, US Special Envoy to Sudan, Tom Perriello, said some parts of the country were already in famine. He said the extent of extreme hunger was unclear, but that Sudan was a case of man-made famine and that both warring parties were responsible.